Hello everyone, Flight ATC here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to X-Plane 11 and of course VATSIM. Today we're here in our Air Canada Express, old livery Air Canada Express -8 Q400. We're on the ground in Campbell River and we're just doing a very short flight over to Tofino. Looking at about maybe 20-minute flight here, so not too long at all. Nothing too crazy. Weather is not too nice, unfortunately. Obviously it is raining, but that's okay. Like I said, not too far, and we're only going up to 10,000 feet, so we'll be on the ground again pretty quick. And yeah, we'll just see how it goes. Again, this is the old livery. It is still around. Some of the planes still have this livery, but most of them have been repainted to the newer one. But I like them both. They're both pretty cool. And I guess today we're going to be flying with this one before they all disappear. Anyway, we will go ahead and shut that door there. And we will go ahead and get the plane started up and everything. I'll probably skip through this part. I'll not skip through it, obviously I have to do it so the plane starts. What I mean is I will edit it out of the video or speed it up or something just to save time. Okay, so as you can see, we've now got both of the engines started. So we'll go ahead and get the taxi light on, and we can turn the APU off now. And we're basically ready to start taxiing. We'll put one set of flaps down. Got our flight plan in, of course. One thing I just have to do here is set up the autopilot before we start moving. So I'm just going to review the departure procedure. There's only one departure procedure for this airport because it's so small. So basically this is the equivalent to like a SID at a bigger airport, but it's only, like, the airport only has one SID, basically. Anyway, so we're going to take off from runway 30, which means it says that we have to climb at least 440 feet per minute, which we will be much more than that, so that's good. And that says heading 297. So we will put in here 297, right about there. Where is it? There it is, 297. And we will press, where is it here? Heading mode. And then we're going to climb at 1,500 feet per minute. So we'll set vertical speed to 1,500-ish. There we go. And then we are going up to 10,000 like I said. So we will get our altitude set to 10,000 right there. And then we can press altitude select, so vertical speed will stop climbing us when we get to 10,000. So basically, according to the departure procedure, at our first NDB, the Yankee Bravo Lima NDB, so we're going heading 297 to that NDB. Then at that NDB, we should be at least 2,800, and then we can climb up to our cruising altitude after that, pretty much. So that is the plan for today, and then our approach is going to be the RNAV for runway 29 into Tofino with the SEGEX transition. So if you want to follow along in your simulator, you can totally do that. Alright, here we go. This is actually the first time I've flown the -8 on the channel, like an actual flight. The other time I flew it on the channel, we crashed it in Courchevel in the Challenging Airport series. So this is the first time I've actually flown it, so pretty exciting. Hopefully nothing goes terribly wrong. Anyway, we will get taxiing. Campbell River traffic, this is Jazz 412, Bombardier-8, Q400, and we are taxiing from the apron to hold short runway 30, Campbell River. It'd be helpful if the plane would move forward. Oh. Hold on. There you go. Okay, yeah. Now we're going a bit too fast, but that's okay. We're fine. I'll just use the brakes a bit to slow down. Just had to set the prop control, of course. That probably would help quite a bit. So now we're good to go. Runway 30. Never actually been to this airport, but I'm sure when it's not raining it's really nice, and even when it is raining it's pretty nice. Why is there a car on the taxiway? Get off, don't. Some of these, I don't know. I just hope he didn't get run over. I don't think my tire would have ran him over, but the engine probably would have shredded him up. Luckily, that didn't happen. He's still driving, so I think he's good. And the plane looks fine as well, so should be okay. Not to worry. Coming up to the end here. Gonna turn right, and then we will stop. Okay, so there we are. We'll do our little takeoff briefing. So we're going to take off runway 30, and V1 will be 112 knots, and rotation speed will be 116. Anything before V1 will check the takeoff. Anything after that's in-flight emergency. Below 500 we will land somewhere ahead of us in a field or whatever we can find, and then above 500 we'll try to turn around and land on runway 12. Okay. Landing lights on, please. There we go. Taxi light off, and we'll get our strobe lights on there too. Okay, and we should be good to go. Campbell River traffic, Jazz 412 is taking off runway 30 on the published departure procedure. Campbell River. Okay, clear left and clear right, so we're all good to go. Don't know what's going on with the camera here. It's quite a bit shaky. There's 30 on the pavement, so runway's verified on pavement. And we are aligned, and runway's verified on heading as well. And we'll go ahead and set takeoff thrust. And the camera is like going inside the seat, which is a little bit weird, but that's okay. We are rolling. There's 80 knots. V1, rotate. A little bit windy. Positive rate, gear up. And we are out of here. Get the autopilot on. There you go. And we can bring the flaps up as well. So once we get to the Yankee Bravo Lima NDB, which is just ahead of us now, we can engage our nav mode, and we'll make sure that we're on this source right here, the FMS 1. So in 2 miles we can engage nav mode. And we'll of course, reduce the throttle a little bit, because we are going kind of fast already, but that's okay. Beautiful, beautiful area, isn't it? Even with the rain, it's beautiful. Might even be able to see a rainbow because of the... like, once we turn around, because you have to have your back to the sun to see a rainbow, I think. I don't know. But yeah, we've got all these... there's a road down there, the ocean's out that way, and then I think this over here is the Strait of Georgia. And then the sunset, and then, yeah. Well, we might end up going into the clouds, but that's okay. Anyway, we can go ahead and engage nav mode now. Not paying attention. It's not good, but whatever. We are good to climb up to 10,000 now. So there you go. So far, we're doing very, very well. Unfortunately, the windshield wipers don't work on this plane, or else I would have turned them on already, but they don't work, so oh well. So our next waypoint is actually going to be our first waypoint for the approach, which is going to be Segex, and at Segex we want to be at, let's see here. We don't need an altitude for that, but then the one after that, Rolbu, we want to be at 5,000, it looks like. And then the one after that we can be at 800 or 3,200. I don't know. I'm just quickly reading the approach chart. I'm not really paying attention to it. I want to pay more attention to the actual flying that we're doing right now, because we're going into the cloud and we want to make sure that we're on course. So I think we're good. A little too fast though, of course, but that's okay. I also need to set the altimeter. Didn't do that. I'm an idiot. I know. It's 2999. I checked it, but I didn't set it, so that's idiotic of me, but there we go, 2999. That's all good to go, and we'll probably keep that the whole way because we're not going above 18,000, and then we'll check the one in Tofino when we get there. Campbell River traffic, Jazz 412 is approximately, stand by here, we are 3 miles to the southwest of the airport, and we are departing to the southwest, and we're currently climbing through 6.5 for 10,000. Campbell River traffic, last call. Don't think there's anybody else out here, but it's good to do your calls. That's very important, of course.
Headed down south to the land of the pines. I'm thumbing my way to North Carolina, staring up the road and pray to God I see headlights. I made it down the coast in 17 hours, picking me a bouquet of dogwood flowers, and I'm hoping for Raleigh I can see my baby tonight. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me. Running from the cold up in New England. I was born to be a fiddler in an old-time string band. My baby plays the guitar, I pick a banjo now. Oh, North Country winters keep forgetting me, and I lost my money playing poker, so I had to up and leave. But I ain't a turning back to live that old life no more. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me. Walking due south out of Roanoke, I caught a trucker out of Philly, had a nice long toke. But he's headed west from the Cumberland Gap to Johnson City, Tennessee. And I gotta get a move on before the sun. I hear my baby calling my name, and I know that she's the only one. And if I die in Raleigh, at least I will die free. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me.
Okay, so we are just about, I think, let's see here, about 11 miles, 12 miles to Segex, so we're going to begin our initial descent down to 5,000 feet. So I will tune that in right now. Whoop. 5,000. And then we can set our vertical speed to take us there. Now I'm going to reduce the throttle because this plane does not like to slow down ever. And we'll put altitude select on. There you go. So we are going to begin our initial descent. And then after that it'll be pretty quick, and then we'll be able to land. Get our landing lights back on. There we go. I'm actually going to descend a little bit quicker here. And we'll do our first call into Tofino shortly here. You can see the mountains over there, that's pretty. Just peeking through the clouds. Pretty cool. And I think we're going to go down through these clouds, and then we're going to turn to the right. And then follow, basically, just follow the coastline up until the airport. Very, very beautiful approach when the weather's nice and you can actually see. Once we get a little lower, I'm sure we'll be able to see a little bit better, and you'll see what I mean. Very beautiful. Okay. Tofino traffic, this is Jazz 412-8. We're currently at 6,500, descending to 5,000 for the RNAV runway 29. We're currently at SegX for the RNAV 29 Tofino. Okay, so now we turn direct to Rollboo, and then after that we can descend to 3,200, I believe it is. Yep. I'm just reading off the approach chart, so unfortunately I don't think you guys will be able to see it unless I remember to clip it in over the screen for you guys. I'll try to remember to do that. But I don't know if I'll be that organized, so we'll just see. So about 11-12 miles to Rollboo, and then down to 3,200. Looks like we will be below the clouds for the rest of the way, sort of, so that'll be nice. I'm gonna tune in 3,200 now, so I don't have to worry about it later, and then sounds like another airplane's out here somewhere. I don't know. Didn't hear exactly what they said, but I'm sure if they're at Tofino, then we'll be able to hear them when we get closer. We're still quite a ways out, so don't need to worry. We're right at the base of the clouds here, so probably at the next waypoint when we descend more, we'll be able to definitely see the somewhat of the nice coastline along the approach. Need more throttle here. We're kind of slowing down a bit too much. There we go. Yeah, there we go, out of the clouds. That's nice. So I think the airport is somewhere up that away. So once we get there, we'll know where we're going. We need to speed up a little bit here. The throttle in this thing is hard to work. Starting to rain again. Four miles to Rollboo now. Want to pull up our little flight plan thing here, just so that I know how far it is total to the runway. It should be able to tell me in here somewhere. No. Here we go. Yeah, right in here. I was on the right screen the first time. Anyway, we're going to descend before we do any of this, so vertical speed and altitude select. And then vertical speed goes 1,500. There we go. Tofino traffic, Jazz 412 is at Rollboo now, descending to 3,200 for the RNAV 29 Tofino. So it looks like 9 miles to Thani, which is our next waypoint, and then 7 more to the EPSIC waypoint, and then 2 more to the threshold. So if we add that up, that's 8 plus 7 would be 15, plus 2 is 17, so total we're 17 miles out. So at 17 miles out we should be at 5,540 feet. I'm just looking at the approach chart still here, and so I think we're looking pretty good here. So then after this one we can go down to 800, and then we can stay at 800 until about I guess basically 2.2 miles. Yeah, basically until EPSIC we can stay at 800, and then we descend further after that. And then of course the field altitude is going to be basically sea level. I'm just trying to find it on here somewhere. I don't know if it's on here though. Oh no, here it is. 80 feet. So, yeah. Yep, I think we're pretty much good. I think I can actually barely see the runway now. Or the airport or something, those bright lights way up ahead. Now we're at 3,200. I'll set in 800 now into the autopilot just so that it's ready. There we go. And we've got less than a mile to Thani. So we will go ahead and do the vertical speed now. The altitude select. There we go. Tofino traffic, Jazz 412 is at Thani, descending to EPSIC, 2,700 down onto the glide slope now. Tofino traffic. Gear down.
Traffic TVM 930 Charlie Golf Low, full shot takeoffs on the apron, taxiing to runway 25, Tofino.
Sounds like Vanix Aviation, formerly known as Aviation TV. We've done lots of stuff together, of course. If you've been subscribed long enough to see that, then you'll know who he is. And his new channel, Vanix Aviation, go check that out. He's just started that one, and it looks like he's decided to join us here, so that's nice. So we should be able, that is definitely the airport, and then that's going to be the runway we're landing on there, right there, I think. Right in between the green and the red lights. Hard to see from here still, but that is where we're landing. There's 3 runways at this airport, I think, and that's the one we're using. And this is kind of what I meant about the beautiful scenery on approach. There's a beach, I think, somewhere. Yeah, right up there. Still super foggy, can't really see it, but when it's really sunny out and there's no clouds. Beautiful, beautiful approach this is, for sure. Here we are coming up now to 800. Put some more flaps out. Tofino traffic, Jazz 412 is about 3 mile final, runway 29, Tofino. Okay, now that we have the runway sort of in sight, I am going to, I think, almost disengage the autopilot. Put full flaps now. start slowing down a little. And yeah, we'll disengage the autopilot. So that's all good. We're kind of climbing. That's not good. We want to descend, please. Oh no, I'm kind of diving. That's okay. Here we go. We're stable again. We are just fine. Cabin crew, prepare for landing, please. Passengers, please fasten your seatbelts. This is the first time I've actually tried landing this thing, so I don't know how well that's gonna go. Whoa, okay, that's a big gust of wind. Tofino traffic, Jazz 412 is short final runway 29, Tofino. Oh dear. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay. We're good. Okay. Okay. Keep it on the runway, please. There we go. We're good now. Definitely a bumpy landing. I do not deny that for sure. Like I said though, this is actually my first time properly flying this thing, so my first time trying to land it probably will not be that smooth, so I do apologize for that, of course, but of course we're all safe as per usual most of the time on this channel. I don't know, we do our best, so I hope you enjoyed. Here we are. We're gonna turn our landing lights off and taxi lights on. And then we'll get these lights red and these ones on. Okay. And we're good to go. We are going to taxi to a ramp 2, it says. Okay. Tofino traffic, Jazz 412 is off and clear of runway 29. We're taxiing to ramp 2, Tofino. Okay. Lots of rain, lots of clouds, lots of gusty winds, and lots of bouncy landings.
Hotel Fulshire Golf, Hotel Fulshire Tango, correction. We're just to the west of the field. We're going to make straight in runway 07, Tofino.
And there's Vanix again. He just went out and then came right back. And there's another truck. Oh, okay. Thought that guy was going to do what the car back in Campbell River did and just drive right beside us on the taxiway. But no, thank you for not doing that. Anyway, we are here now, so I'm going to say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for 1,000 subscribers, of course. If you can hear the sirens outside, I don't know how well you can hear that, but there's an ambulance going by, I think. So thank you to our first responders for keeping us safe every day. And yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for flying with me today. Please consider subscribing if you want to see more. We do X-Plane, we do ATC simulators, we do everything aviation. Everything aviation happens right here. So make sure you subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook as well. And of course, join the Discord. The link is in the description. And we will see you on the next one. I think we're gonna just turn in and park sort of right on the taxiway, but that's okay. Thank you for watching. Contact departure. Good day.
Headed down south to the land of the pines. I'm thumbing my way to North Carolina, staring up the road and pray to God I see headlights. I made it down the coast in 17 hours, picking me a bouquet of dogwood flowers, and I'm hoping for Raleigh I can see my baby tonight. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel.